Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Steve Crowley coming with another video. We had another VGC 2016 format double battle here on the battle spot today against Azure. And looking at his team here in the team preview, pretty interesting. The only meta we have on there is Xerneas, and I guess we could say borderline meta. We have Zapdos and Sableye, but other than that, the Mewtwo, the Arcanine, and the Flygon aren't really meta. I haven't really seen them, so it's kind of hard. Well, it's a little more difficult in the team preview choosing to go up against them because I'm not used to it. So I say, okay, well, now I actually got to think. When I see the big six, I already pretty much know what I'm going to bring. But interesting battle here. We're going to go ahead and get this one started and prepare yourselves for an interesting battle. My opponent starts out with Sableye and Flygon. So interesting. I started out with my Porygon 2 for the Ice Beam just in case that Flygon came in, and for the Hidden Power Ground. And I was also seeing that he doesn't really have anything for my Groudon. I mean, he does have the Flygon, but super effective moves aren't. I mean, Flygon isn't really that strong, so it was not going to do too much damage to me. And if he does, I can just fire off an Ice Beam and take it out, and then boom. Groudon won't have any stab weaknesses that he has to deal with. So on this turn one, I go for the Protect with my Groudon, saying, well, it could be a choice Specs, it could be a choice something Flygon, so I'm just gonna sit back and relax and see what happens, because he needs to reveal stuff to me, because I have no idea what's going on right now. And the Sableye goes for the Confuse Ray, so I was expecting sort of a taunt from my opponent, so I didn't go for the Trick Room, and I do get the Ice Beam off after my opponent goes for the Hone Claws, so that was kind of interesting. And he hangs on with the Focus Sash, so he can go for another Confuse Ray. Unfortunately, I couldn't. Well, I could have tried, but it wasn't a 100% success. Protect with my Groudon, so I'm gonna get confused. And we see the Fissure, and it connects. So here we got a new meta. We get the new meta Flygon, the Hone Claws, Fissure, Flygon. So if you guys want to know what you got to do to win, that's what you got to do right there. Hone Claws, Fissure, Flygon. So takes out my Groudon. Really unfortunate. That was like the big threat to his team, and I do not take out that Flygon, so it still has the potential to get off another Fissure. So here I decided to come with my Dialga. I have Aegislash sitting in the back, and I feel like that's a little bit more valuable, a little bit more, especially with that Sableye. We don't know if he has any Dark type moves, so he's gonna go for the obvious Confuse Ray, and luckily he misses the Fissure. So. And Dialga gets through Confusion. I do double target that Flygon because the Protect from the Sableye was more than obvious. So I was like, okay, well, if he confuses me and he protects with Flygon, it's fine. I just need to get that thing taken care of because Sableye can't do anything to my team. So Porygon 2 snaps out of Confusion, and I get that Ice Beam off. At +1, it does a decent amount of damage, just like 60%. We see Mewtwo comes in, so we're pretty sure this is going to be his Mega. The only problem is if it's going to be X or Y. So it is Y, confirmed, so we don't have to worry about fighting type moves on my Dialga and my Porygon 2. And he goes for the Protect. I found this Protect kind of interesting. Right, he's going to get another Confuse Ray. That's really all he can do with that Sableye. I'm actually kind of surprised it doesn't carry Will-O-Wisp, but not like it would really help, but it'd still get that residual damage off. So I go for I believe I double target here the Sableye because I'm sick and tired of the confusions, and I have my Aegislash in the back, which can take care of this Mewtwo. I just don't want to risk any Dark type moves or some sort of Will-O-Wisp or confusion on my Aegislash. So we see his last Pokemon's Arcanine, which once I see it, I realize that's a big problem because it can take out my Steel types, and Porygon 2 is at low health, so a big problem here. So I go for a Protect here with the Dialga. I'm expecting a close combat, a Flare Blitz, maybe a ground type move, I don't know. And we see Mewtwo does have the Aura Sphere, which would do a lot of damage. And that close combat takes out the Porygon 2. That was incredible. That was truly incredible. Holding Eviolite and everything. So somewhat of a bad position because now I got two Steel types out. So here I go for the King Shield. I'm expecting maybe a Flare Blitz or a Flame Wheel, some sort of physical fire move. We see he goes for the Ice Beam into the Aegislash, which kind of was interesting. I don't know if that means he's not carrying a a Psychic type move, because that would hit neutral. And the Close Combat doesn't take us out. We barely hang on. And since that Flygon was holding the Focus Sash, we know that we're going to be able to take it out with the Earth Power at -2 special defense. So Arcanine's gone. We got a nice 2-1 going right now, even though Dialga's barely holding on. So here, I decided to go for a double attack. There's no point in protecting, because it's highly improbable that Mewtwo has a spread type move. So he goes for the protect. I go for a double attack here. So unfortunately here my Aegislash is exposed, so I have to put him back in the shield form. So I go for the protect. Once I saw my opponent protect last turn, I start going slow. So now I don't want to get PP stalled out or anything. I'm going to go take it nice and slow. I'm winning. If my opponent wants to continue in this, I'm going to win because I have 2 Pokemon. So he goes for the Aura Sphere on the Dialga, which was a good play, and he goes for the Protect again. So here I'm like, okay, well, if this guy wants to play this game, I'm going to keep going. So this is a really boring part of the battle, really boring part of the video, but it's really important to use that clock just so you can think, just so you don't make, or if your opponent gets lucky, you don't lose the battle. So I go for another Protect. My Aegislash is exposed, so it puts me back in my defensive form. So here we've seen Mewtwo has Ice Beam and Aura Sphere. We haven't seen anything else. And Protect, excuse me. So we don't know what its 4th move is. So we see here he goes for an Ice Beam on the Aegislash, which is interesting because I resist. And here he does it again. So I don't know if that's just him kind of giving up or what, because he could have easily taken out my Dialga with any move. So we're going to go for the Draco Meteor. I'm not expecting to live very long with the Dialga. And we see it takes out a lot. And the Shadow Ball is going to pick up the knockout. So, an interesting battle. I think my opponent kind of just gave up there at the end. With that damage from Draco Meteor, a Shadow Ball was a 2-hit KO onto this Mega Mewtwo Y. So, he couldn't have taken me out with any moves unless he had like Dark Pulse or something. But an interesting team. I just wanted to show you guys this video so you guys get to know the new meta with the Flygon Visor. So, maybe there's something else out there. You increase that accuracy and you go for the 1-hit KO moves. So that's pretty much going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoy your new meta, the dominating Pokemon and trainers in the battle spot. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.